What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K Kage and I'm back at it with another video. Now today's video is going to be about who I think is going to be in the playoffs this upcoming NBA season and in what particular order they're going to go in. We've seen some superstars come back, we've seen some power trades, so there's been a bunch of moves made. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get started with this video. So I'm gonna start with the Eastern Conference first. I feel like number one, the first seed, is gonna be the Brooklyn Nets. I feel like, for one, KD is not gonna have that again. The way he lost last time, I feel like he's gonna go get in his bag. You have arguably the best scorer who's ever played the game. You have one of the best ball handlers to ever play the game. You have another top scorer in the league in James Harden. There's really no reason they should not be the first seed. Now, with my second pick, I think the second seed is going to be the Bucks. The Bucks, I feel like, are going to go crazy again. I don't think they're going to win the championship. I'm going to leave that towards the end. But I do think Giannis is going to get in his bag, as always. Giannis is basically unstoppable at this point. That man was the Finals MVP for a reason. That man had a heck of a playoffs. But for these teams coming up, I don't think it's going to be enough to win an actual championship this year. Now, Giannis does have Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is a bucket too. Like, that man is certified. But me personally, I don't see it happening again. But y'all let me know in the comments. Now, some of y'all may argue with me about who possibly may be the third seed. Y'all probably feel like another team should be ahead of this team. But in my opinion, it's going to be the Celtics. I feel like they have a very young core. They have some vets, obviously, but they're pretty solid. They're a pretty solid team. You got Jason Tatum. That man is an up-and-coming superstar. Actually, he's basically a superstar now. You have Jaylen Brown, who's been turning up. I feel like they can make the third seed easily. Now, y'all may see some controversy in this one, too, but in the fourth seed, I see the Hawks being there. Trae Young is a bucket. That man's a facilitator. That man is different. I'm sorry. I want to say he's the closest player in the league, in my opinion, to Curry in terms of play style, at least. Maybe you can argue Damian Lillard too, but Trae Young is a bucket, bro, and he's a facilitator. And then you also have Clint Capella. He can get you some buckets. He can play you some defense. Clint Capella is a solid player. And then you also have, in my opinion, who's gonna be the key factor, Gallinari. That boy is a bucket. His job is to really sit there and shoot the ball. He ain't gotta go crazy on the handles. He don't have to do nothing spectacular. Just shoot the ball. And is Gallinari gonna shoot the ball? Of course. He's gonna get his buckets in. He might not score like 20 a game, but he's gonna put up solid numbers for what his team needs him to do. In my opinion, with those three key players, I feel like they can make the fourth seed. Now, in the fifth seed, even though in my opinion they should be higher, but I just don't think they're gonna get higher. But I have the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid, I don't think I need to speak about him. Y'all should know that man's a beast. But then you also have key pieces in Seth Curry. That man is a sharp shooter. If Ben Simmons wants to turn up, he could turn up. I really just want Ben Simmons to get a jump shot. You've been seeing all these clips on Instagram and whatnot, other social media platforms about him shooting the ball. But I mean, without actual results in the game, I don't know, man. They just gonna do what they did before and leave Ben Simmons open. If you don't want to shoot the three, or at least shoot a long two, maybe even a mid-range two, then I feel like that's gonna be a major problem, considering he's 9 times out of 10 is gonna be the primary ball handler for the team. You also have Danny Green. Danny Green is another sharp shooter, and they also have Tobias Harris. You know how many teams want Tobias Harris? They really have no reason to not make the playoffs. I really think they should be higher, but I don't know, man. Something's just telling me they're gonna be the fifth seed. Now in the sixth seed, once this team gets going, I feel like they're gonna start racking up wins eventually, and I believe that's gonna be the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler is your superstar. We clearly know what Jimmy can do. We don't need to speak too much about Jimmy Butler. Then you have Bam Adebayo. That man is a certified clamp. I ain't gonna say a clamp guy, but he can get you some stops easily. He can get you some stops. You have one of the best point guards in the league in Kyle Lowry. Now you have someone to actually facilitate, and it's not Jimmy Butler. That's not me saying Jimmy can't facilitate, but you have a legit point guard now, and he's gonna get buckets. He might be the best defender, but that man's that man's offensive IQ is going to get you wins by itself. And then they also have one of the best shooters in the league. This man was trying to go crazy in the playoffs. But Duncan Robinson, that man's a sharpshooter. That man has a strap. Pause. But that man is strapped. If you give him the ball, he's letting it fly. And he's a very efficient shooter at that. So Duncan Robinson is a key piece in their offense. Then they also have PJ Tucker. I don't know what he's gonna bring up. I feel like he's still a solid player. I can't really speak too much on what he's gonna do. Then you had the superstar rookie Tyler Hero, but ever since that playoffs, he kind of, in my opinion, calmed down a little. They also have Victor Oladipo. I feel like he can still go get a bucket. I don't know about as officially as he used to, but I feel like he's still gonna put up some points. So all these pieces, I feel like they should at least make the 6th seed. The 7th seed, I'm gonna put the Chicago Bulls. They made some power moves in the trade. They acquired Lonzo, they acquired Alex Caruso, and they acquired DeMar DeRozan. You still have Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was trying to turn up during the regular season. Don't get me wrong. Zach LaVine is a bucket. If you ask me, he's gonna be in the starting lineup. But then you have a true facilitator in Lonzo, and Lonzo's only gonna get better. He was the 2nd pick, if I remember. But the hype hasn't really been there for him because what his dad did. Everybody thought he was gonna go off, and he didn't go off the way everybody expected it to. But Lonzo puts in work, as you can clearly see. That man's shot was like,
what is that?
And now he shoots more straight. So Lonzo is going to be a key piece. That man has arguably one of the best offensive IQs when it comes to facilitating the ball. He has solid defense. Actually, he has over solid defense. He's one of the best defenders in the league, if you ask me. And then you have Alex Caruso, who's been playing with J-Law. I don't know if y'all know what J-Law is. He's another YouTuber, but he's been training with J-Law. And then obviously there's DeMar DeRozan. I feel like I don't need to speak too much about him. He might have been a little quiet compared to his usual seasons, but he's still DeMar DeRozan, man. He's gonna go out and do what he do. So all that, I feel like they're gonna end up being the 7th seed, and for the 8th seed, they're gonna barely make it, in my opinion. But I feel like that's gonna be the Charlotte Hornets. Their key piece, if you ask me, y'all gonna hate me for this because y'all stay on my head about this man, bro. But the key piece is going to be Gordon Hayward, bro. Gordon Hayward is still a superstar. When he was injured, obviously he can't showcase what he can do. But when he came back, that man was still putting up superstar numbers. And people swear he's not the best player on the team. I don't see how. And obviously, yes, you have LaMelo Ball, the Wonder Kid, the Rookie of the Year. I understand that. LaMelo's a bucket. He's one of my favorite players, honestly. But I do not think he is the best player on that team. I honestly feel like that's Gordon Hayward. LaMelo is easily the best facilitator on that team. LaMelo, I don't know, maybe because he's been playing professional basketball his whole life almost, but that man's IQ is pretty up there, and that was his first year in the league. He's still learning stuff, so he's only gonna get better, man. And eventually, he's gonna end up being a superstar. Arguably, some people will already call him one. I wouldn't call him one just yet, but I feel like he's gonna become a superstar within the next 2 to 3 years. And then, they stole one of my players, but I don't feel like he was a good fit for us anyway. But they stole Kelly Oubre from us. I don't know why. I feel like he's gonna go back to maybe his Phoenix Suns days when he was on the Suns. He was putting up numbers with the Suns, in my opinion. I feel like he's gonna turn up this year. That's just my opinion. And then you have Scary Terry, man. Terry Rozier. Do we need to speak about what he's gonna do, man? Just in case we do, he can give you 30 a game. Believe it or not, that man is a certified bucket. If you need somebody to shoot the last ball, if it's not Gordon Hayward, it's Terry Rozier. Point blank, no debate. Give Terry Rozier the ball. And then, they have a decent center in Biyombo. I feel like he's gonna do okay. Honestly, Miles Bridges too. I feel like they're gonna at least make the playoffs. Just barely, but I feel like they're gonna make it. Alright, now it's time to go over the Western Conference, man. Number 1 seed, first seed, has to be the Los Angeles Lakers. They have no reason not to make it. I seen on Bleacher Report, they talking about they most likely is going to end up signing Rondo again. That's a veteran point guard. Y'all have Russell Westbrook. He's a veteran point guard. Or if you want to switch him to shooting guard, he's really a veteran shooting guard. Even though he's not the best shooter, but I don't think that really matters. I'm pretty sure he's working on it in the offseason as we speak. You have I'm not even gonna say arguably. You have the best player in the league in LeBron James, the king himself. That man is the best all-around player to ever play the game. That man could play any position. Any team with LeBron, you have to think they're gonna make the playoffs. Did y'all not see the Cavs team he carried, bro? I really don't even want to go over their whole roster because the amount of talent on this roster, bro, makes no sense. They have Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol, Dwight Howard. Rather people really want to sleep on Howard or not. Like, bro, who else do y'all need? You know they got Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is a certified bucket. He gonna turn up this year. He's with one of his best friends right now. Oh yeah, he turned up. He's going crazy. Lakers, first seed, easily. The second seed is gonna be the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is a god. He was the MVP for a reason. A center who can facilitate and shoot and play defense. That man is the living definition of what an MVP should be. Then you have a Jamal Murray. If Jamal Murray decides to turn up before the playoffs, he's gonna do that, bro. I don't know why he loves showing out in the playoffs, showing why he's truly a superstar. But I'm pretty sure he can do that in the regular season too. So if he needs to, he's gonna do what he gotta do. I'm not gonna go too deep about the Nuggets. I feel like those two players are more than plenty before I even gotta bring in the other pieces. Jokic, Jamal Murray. Second seed, let's continue. In the third seed has to be the Utah Jazz. They have Donovan Mitchell. That man is certified. I feel like I don't need to go too deep about him. They have Rudy Gobert. I don't know why people be sleeping on him. Yeah, he get dunked on and whatnot because he's one of the only players who actually plays defense. He's a defensive guy, whether people want to agree to it or not. There's a reason he's always up there for Defensive Player of the Year. So you have Rudy Gobert, you have Donovan Mitchell, you have who I think was the sixth man of the year, Jordan Clarkson. That man turned up, bro. I don't know why. He came out of, well, he was in his bag. But Jordan Clarkson, and you have Bogdanovich. That man is certified as well. Third seed, I'm gonna give it to the Utah Jazz. Now, some of y'all may think this team should have been higher, but in my opinion, I think the Dallas Mavericks is going to be the fourth seed. I don't feel like I need to speak too much on certain teams. I thought this is one of them. They have Luka Doncic. They act like he's going to be the next LeBron. I ain't going to cap. Luka is certified. I don't know, bro. He is different. He might end up being the next GOAT for real, but you got Luka. If he decides to turn up finally, they have Porzingis, that's what he used to be. And they also have Willie Cauley-Stein, and they also have Tim Hardaway Jr. I feel like that's plenty. So with the fourth seed, I think I have to give it to the Mavericks. Now, this is the team I've been waiting for. My favorite team personally. If y'all know me, y'all already know what's coming up. Fifth seed, the Golden State Warriors. Hear me out. Curry really brought us to the playoffs until that play-in tournament happened, and then we just happened to lose the 8th seed. But without that play-in tournament, we would have been in the playoffs with Curry alone. Curry is certified. I'm not speaking on Curry. If y'all still hating on Curry to this day, then I mean, y'all gotta start, bro. He's the best point guard in the league. Who's better than him in the point guard position? Who's gonna be off the court and you can clearly see the difference in when he's on the court and when he's off? Who else in the league is getting triple teamed and he's still getting 30 plus a game? Come on, man. Curry's a bucket. Any team would die to have Curry, bro. And then we're getting Klay Thompson back. Lord, have I missed Klay Thompson, man. That man is arguably top 3 shooter in the league still. We ain't even see him play yet. Klay Thompson is just that good. He is a two-way shark, bro. I feel like with our Splash Brothers alone, if Klay come back and he performs close to how he used to, we're definitely making the playoffs. No questions asked. Who's gonna stop that backcourt? We got one of my favorite pieces back, bro. We got Andre Iguodala, bro. We know what he can bring. He gonna get you a few points. We ain't worried about the points. What he gonna bring is that defense. That defense is immaculate. We have Draymond. Draymond has sold us, Mr. Blow Open Floater, but let's be real, that man's IQ is up there too. There's a reason he's always in the talking for Defensive Player of the Year. That man's a defensive god as well. We have Jordan Poole, rather people want to, give him credit or not. But he's a pretty solid shooter too when he wants to be. And Lord, I thought we was gonna get rid of him. Not even because he's bad, but Andrew Wiggins, man. Andrew Wick, please. I'm just begging you, man. Perform when it matters. Perform, please. But with all these pieces, I feel like my Warriors should be the 5th seed. In the 7th seed, I'm gonna give it to the Clippers. The Clippers, they're gonna make the playoffs. You have arguably the best defensive player in the league in Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. You have arguably one of the best scorers in the league, and also a pretty good defender in his own right in Paul George. That's 2 superstars offer up. You have Reggie Jackson. He tried to turn up during the playoffs, so you know he's gonna perform. He's probably gonna be in a starting position at point guard now, since they got rid of Patrick Beverley. They have Marcus Morris. You know he's gonna put up at least solid numbers. And Serge Ibaka, man, you would have thought this man would have retired by now, but Serge Ibaka is still in the league and he's still doing what he do, man. So I feel like the Clippers are definitely gonna make at least the 7th seed. And with the AC, if I had to pick a team, I'm picking the Grizzlies, bro. You know, they got Ja Morant, the athletic freak. They have Steven Adams. They have Brooks. They have Jarrett Jackson Jr. They got Kyle Anderson. They have the pieces they need to make the playoffs. It's just, are they going to perform enough? When it came down to it, they performed. So I'm going to give it to them again. I think they're going to make the 8th seed. I'm just going to say who I think is going to be in the championship and who I think is going to win. So I think from the Eastern Conference, I don't think it's going to be the Bucks. I think it's going to be the Nets. The Western Conference, I feel like it's going to be the Lakers. And then when it's the Nets and the Lakers, I got Lakers in 6. So I have the Lakers being your 2022 NBA champions. Well, there go my predictions, y'all. If y'all have your own predictions, leave them in the comment section. And please, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If y'all want more videos like this, y'all let me know and I can make something happen. But with that, it's your boy K Kage and I'm out. Peace.